Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It feels very good to bring more exciting videos that educate you, that help you become better in your software engineering journey. And today I'm going to talk about something a lot of people shy away from, but it's really important to know as a software engineer. So today we're going to be talking about layoffs in software engineering. And over the years, you've noticed a lot of companies have been laying their staff off, have been downsizing, have been letting a lot of staff go. And you ask yourself, why are there so much layoffs in the tech industry? And I'm going to share my opinion about why layoffs happen, how to protect yourself from layoffs, and what to do if you're caught up in that situation. So let's start with, why do layoffs happen? So generally, when two companies come together to form one company, they may likely downsize their staff strength and let some staff go so they can optimize profit. And because caring for staff is a whole lot of responsibilities of company, and so the less they have to care for, the less cost it is for them. So one possible reason for layoff is consolidation. Another reason for layoff is downsizing. Let's say a company is going bankrupt, or they're not making so much profit as they used to, they could possibly let some staff go. Another possible reason for layoff is introduction of new technologies. So what people are doing manually with their hands, if they get a new technology to do the same work, they will generally let staff go so they can optimize profit and make more money while they allow the technology to do the work, because they believe technology can be more accurate, can be faster, doesn't have downtime, and to give them better result and more profit. And every company is trying to optimize profit. Every company wants to make more profit. I'm sure even you, if you have a company, you want to make more profit by cutting how much you spend on labor. And so if your staff strength is constituting so much of your expenses, you want to introduce new technologies that will help you do the work the staff is doing, so you can have few people who you pay who are in key positions, then you have technology do the most part of the work. So you will also notice that since the introduction of AI, there have been a whole lot of downsizing too, because AI has been doing so much of the work we humans used to do. So let's say you're in a tech team and you used to be 10 in your tech team, but with the introduction of AI and some good prompt engineers, you can have 5 people in the tech team who will use AI tools to do the work of the other 5 people. AI can now translate your design to code, so you just have people to supervise the AI to write good prompts and all. So you see how technology is gradually doing the work for humans, which is not a bad thing. But if you're not well positioned, if you're not strategically positioned where you are irreplaceable, or your value to the company cannot be replaced by a technology, then there's a high chance that in a very short time you'll be laid off too. And if we're being very honest, your employer just wants to get work done, and to get work done fast. So if it costs him to buy a software that will do the work fast, he would buy the software and he will do the work fast, and he might let you go if he has to pay you so much for something that a technology can do more accurately with less time and even do better work than you're doing. These are possible reasons why layoffs happen. So now let's talk about how you can shield yourself from layoff. And one very good way to shield yourself from layoff is to provide a value that cannot be easily replaced. So there's a popular saying that nobody is indispensable. Well, not everybody is easily indispensable. So no matter how a company is downsizing, they'll still retain some key staff. They'll still retain some key team members who provide more value. They'll check your scores, they'll check your ratings, they'll check all your records, and they'll find people who can be easily replaced by technology. These are the people they easily let go. Let's say you're someone who brings innovative ideas to your company all the time. Your company will not easily let you go, because you're adding to them financially. You're making them better, you're making them bigger. So if you're someone who helps your company save cost of production or save time, or you're very productive, they'll most likely not let you go, because you're adding so much value to the team. And how can you help your company become better, save cost? You do this by providing innovative ideas, by always thinking of better ways to innovate, better ways to provide solutions. You're always suggesting ways your company can become better, how they can make more profit, how they can reduce the cost of production, how they can be more secure. Now, your company will value you so much and they'll not easily let you go because of the value you're providing that's even more than what they are paying you for. So these are ways you can shield yourself from layoff by being somewhat indispensable. Before we talk about what you can do after a possible layoff, let's also talk about some things you can do while you have a job. So knowing that nobody is indispensable, while you're in a job, you need to also plan for layoff. Yeah, it's a very, very uncomfortable discussion, but you need to have a discussion with yourself about what happens if this company goes bankrupt, what happens if this company wants to downsize, what happens if a parent company wants to buy our company and reduce the staff strength. What do I do in this situation? I will advise that while you still have a job, you should build a community and you should build strong network. You should have friends in other companies. You should have friends who share your kind of passion, who do the kind of work that you do. You should have friends that you're very close to, who you can talk to, who can help you move on very fast. There are people who have gotten jobs because their friend recommended them. So companies these days, when they want to hire, they meet the people in the team and ask them, do you have someone we can employ? Do you have someone who you know that can do the job so we can easily just employ? Do they even put a job posting out there? They just ask the existing team members to recommend someone. So if you have friends who are team members of other very good companies, they can easily recommend you. If there's a possible layoff, they can go to their HR or to their founder or to their CEO and tell them, oh, I think we need to increase our staff strength. I have someone who can do this job as well. Or if there's an opening, they can easily recommend. A company will consider a recommendation faster than they'll consider someone who applied via a job portal. So when you have friends who are working in tech companies that can easily recommend you, it's a very, very good thing to do. So when there's a possible layoff, a friend can just put word out there and tell them, oh, I know this guy, he's very, very good. And before you know, you're back into the system. Another thing you should do while you still have a job is to have a side business that you can always fall back to. So while you have a job and you're making monthly income, you should take part of your income and invest in a side business. I've talked about side businesses you can do as a software engineer in previous videos. You can go and check. When you have these side businesses and you're constantly growing these businesses, if there's a possible layoff, you can just pick one of your side businesses and make it your primary company or make it your primary source of income while you set up other businesses. Not just having a side business, also have means of passive income. Your means of passive income can be an investment, can be stocks in a company that you bought, can be your side hustle that doesn't require you working actively. So it's good to have at least 3 sources of income: your main job, a passive investment, and a side business that you can do with your free time. While you still have your job, consistently do personal development, improve your portfolio, increase your skill set, improve your skill set. Not just what you're asked to do within your team or in your job. You can take more professional courses that will help you be more valuable. So by this, you're improving your portfolio, and that's even one way to grow in your own company, by improving yourself, doing so much personal development. So let's say you start off as a front-end developer in your company. There's nothing wrong in learning back-end development, so you become a full-stack developer. You can even go as far as learning machine learning and introducing ways your company can integrate AI into their current technology. Now, in this way, it makes you more valuable to your company, improves your portfolio, increases your market value. It even increases your salary, because when you suggest ways they can become better, there's a possible salary increase, increases your value, it shields you from layoffs, it makes you more valuable to your company. So you see, by even doing personal development, you're already shielding yourself from possible layoffs. So the first thing I said you can do is to have friends who are software engineers in other industry. And this doesn't just apply to software engineers. In any field at all, as a technical person, even as a non-technical person, you can have, it's very, very advisable you have friends in other industries that can easily help you continue your journey and hold you by the hand when there's a possible layoff. Secondly, you need to have a side business that gives you passive income and a business you can always fall back to when there's a possible layoff, and something that doesn't take so much of your time. And there are people who start side businesses, and after a while they made so much profit from their side business and it became their main business. They left their job. So you can have a side business, grow it so much that you can even leave your current job and focus on your side business, because it's bringing so much revenue to you, and it's sustainable, and you can now make it your primary source of income. So you can have a side business. It's also very advisable to have a form of passive income. This can come from investing in real estate, investing in stocks, investing in bonds, buying shares in companies, and other forms of investment that can give you passive income while you're not actively participating in those investments. The best form of investment is investing in yourself. Invest in personal development, make yourself better, make yourself more efficient, make yourself more valuable to your team. And that way, it's very easy for you to get a job when you're being laid off. And it also keeps you more valuable, so there's a very low chance of being laid off. So we discussed what causes layoffs. We also discussed what to do when you still have a job. Now the next question is, what should you do if you're being laid off? And I'll try to give you a few advices of the things you can do if you're being caught off in a situation where you're being laid off. My first advice would be, reach out to your friends who are software engineers like you are. Reach out to professionals like you are, people who do your kind of work, and let them know your situation. Maybe they might know an opening somewhere where they can recommend you. Your friends who have startups can employ you in their company. They may know people who have startups who might want to employ in their company. It's very easy for them to recommend you if you relate your problem to them, if you share and if you open up to them. They can easily help you and recommend you if they have the opportunity to. And also, I would advise that you start applying for jobs immediately. Just the way you got your first job, you can get another one. So continue applying for job until you get the desired job that you want. Now it will be very, very easy for you to get a job because now you have experience. You've worked in a company and you have experience. When a recruiter says that you've worked with this team, you've worked on this project, you have this experience, you have this skill, you've worked on real life projects, they will easily integrate you, they will easily accept you and easily employ you to join their team. Knowing the value that you're bringing to their team, they will easily accept you, and seeing that you have so much experience and you've given out so much value. I will also advise that you see this as an opportunity to start your own business. Just in case you don't want to be in a situation where you can be laid off again, it will be a very good time to start your own business and start growing your own company. I'm sure you've had a project that you've always wanted to do, and maybe it was a side business before. Is it also a time to make it your full-time job? There are many companies today who the founder started it as a result of being laid off from their former job. See this as an opportunity to start your own company. It's not very easy to start your own software company, but if you can gather the courage and have the mind to start, you will surely succeed if you put in so much work. The same value you gave to your previous employer, put this value into doing your own work and start building your own work, start building your own company, start building your own software. You can build your own SaaS product, you can build your own e-commerce system, you can build your own AI products, just the way you've been doing it. Now you have so much experience, you've worked with different teams, you have people you can consult to help you. And let me also add that while you still have a job, try to have savings, try to save, try to have investment, try to have savings, try to have side businesses. So just in case you're being laid off, you will need your savings to sustain yourself while you're looking for a job, or even when you're starting a new business or when you're starting your own company. You might not start getting profits early, but if you have savings, if you have investment, if you have passive income, then it will be very easy for you to sustain yourself in that whole starting process. Before you start making profit or before you get a new job, you'll be able to pay your bills. So while you're still earning from your income every month, you should allocate some part to savings, allocate some part to investment, then allocate some part to a side business. So you can receive your salary and say, okay, 30% goes to savings and investment, 10% to savings, 10% to investment, 10% to a side business, and invest in a side business. These are the things that will help you sustain yourself when there's a possible layoff. So if you have a side business that you've been investing in for like a year or two, It will be very easy to make that side business your full-time job after a possible layoff, because you would have grown it to a level where you can start bringing out profit and there will be cash flow, and you can easily just switch to that as your full-time business while trying to set up other businesses to give you more streams of income after a possible layoff. Now we've discussed what causes layoffs and what to do before a layoff and how to manage a possible layoff. I hope this helps you learn more and prepare for the unforeseen future. This is not to plant fear in your mind. This is not to make you fear. This is not to make you panic. But while you're still working, while you're still earning, make plans for the future. Save for the rainy days. Make plans for the future. Because, like I said, nobody's indispensable. You don't own this company. And they could let you go one day. The business might go bankrupt and the company might crash. It doesn't always mean they'll sack you or they'll send you off. These are things you just have to prepare for, even while you still have a job. I hope this helps you plan. This helps you prepare. This helps you be mentally prepared for whatever is coming in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.